So very luckily, we touched on a lot of this already in the panel. So I'm going to briefly just recap on some of the USP, the real special sweet spot where we're developing support on the Enterprise and Commercialisation Programme at CoSTAR. We spoke about CoSTAR existing as a network. We've got 4 labs and 1 foresight lab, but 4 labs developing with R&D facilities across the UK. Our work is being delivered across all of those locations. So we're working as one unit, providing support to the UK ecosystem as a whole. So one of the really kind of fundamental, exciting aspects of our work, which is we have an opportunity to put companies within each of those labs and look at how through providing a space for experimentation and low-risk innovation, we can start to lower the barrier for entries to come into and start to play with what and how these new emerging technologies can develop, evolve, or pivot their businesses, and connecting companies with the really, really strong research base that exists in all of those universities, and providing access to the research at the same time as you're innovating, creating pilots, proof of concepts within those facilities, supported by creative and technical expertise, creates a really good solid foundation for us to start to think about how we support creative technology businesses. And part of that means we need to think about the unique way in which creative industries work, so our unique innovation cycle, our unique risk cycle, the way in which we're fundamentally funded, and how we can capitalise as IP, our IP as a key driver for business growth, and support the design of new business models that will enable companies to become more resilient and think more long-term about the commercialisation of their new products and services. Thirdly, we're unlocking that collective expertise from across each of those labs, and we're bringing in the fantastic wealth of industry partnerships that we have across the CoSTAR network. So you've got access to this high-level mentorship and support coming in from across each of the labs across the UK. And helping companies, as we talked quite a bit about on that panel, is defining a new business model that speaks more about what their value is, apart from the economic and financial contribution that they make to the UK. But what is it about, so their IP capital, what's their human capital, what's the social capital, cultural capital that these companies are generating that creates a value proposition that's much stronger than the one with the fragility of the one that we have to currently work with. And always on. This is about providing a long-term runway for companies to work with us for support, because with an ecosystem where funding means there might be gaps where you need to bootstrap, there's a space in which you have facilities and expertise to come and help you double down on what it is you're bringing to market next. I won't go into this because time is short, but you'll expect to see programs that are built around key points in a business's growth cycle. Think residencies and incubation, accelerated support for near-to-market opportunities. Think about a way in which CoSTAR can react to and support the unique needs that exist in businesses. That's unique to actually having to come on board in a more long-term program, what's short-term and more dynamic, and also think about where in which we can actually help these businesses think about the international opportunity in the global marketplace, and where in which we can create a route to international commercialisation. So I'm delighted to say we've got a raft of new programs starting from next year. This is one of them. CoSTAR Ideate is a residency where we are going to invite 24 companies across our 4 CoSTAR labs to come and work with us for 6 months. We'll be working with Codebase to develop business growth, commercialisation support, followed by 2 months hands-on experimentation and proof of concept development time in each of the labs across the UK. So 24 companies, 24 residencies over a 6-month period, launching in February 25. Into 26, we'll be moving towards acceleration, so more intensive fast tracking of high potential IP, fail fast, succeed quick. How can we use the infrastructure to build pathways to commercialisation and market development support and specialised mentorship? Threaded through all of that, CoSTAR Focus is a year-round programme of short, intensive, 1-day, 3-day Deep dives into particular pinch points that we're seeing are causing challenges or creating obstacles for creative technology companies, whether that's about the impact of AI on my business development, or how I need to respond to managing data and data ethics frameworks. We'll be bringing companies in to do really kind of bespoke support for pinch points in their growth cycle. And that's it. More to come, but that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Will, next, I think, to speak about how prototypes and pilots are going to supplement this activity with funding for R&D. Over to you, Will.